Hey everyone, I'm Pastor Chuck. So excited to see you on Deep Dive. Yeah, we don't have Adam hosting, but it's just a little different today. So for those of you who have a hard time with change, just hang in there. But hey, I've got one of my favorite children's leaders ever, Lindsay, and she is excited about sharing some things about what God is doing. Now, what are some highlights about this summer that you saw God moving?
Really, the biggest no-brainer thing was Vacation Bible School. It kicked off the summer just right. We had a great large group this year, which was such a blessing. But more than anything, it just was such a fun time seeing the joy on the kids' faces, and it really kicked the summer off right. And God really showed up for Vacation Bible School, and we brought in a new fundraising opportunity for a local ministry called Love Ran Red, and the kids really got on board with that, and the Lord moved, and throughout that whole week we raised a lot of money for them, and through lots of prayer and excitement for what the Lord was doing, we did some really great things that week. And again, that was my first one in my role here, so God really moved that whole week. Despite a few hiccups and stuff, we really had a great time.
That was an interesting week. You felt a lot of like, oh man, it's like, I remember you said something, there were so many things I did not know.
Yes.
And now you got a year under your belt. It was a great week. Love Ran Red, just as an advertisement, going to be here this weekend, the assistant guy, and we're excited about him coming and telling more about what God did there. But yeah, ever since I've been here, one of the best VBSs I've been at.
Well, good.
And you really held your own that Sunday morning too. I've had a lot of people say some great things about how great you did.
The Lord moved.
Oh, he did. Now, what is coming up? What events?
Okay, so we have a few things. Those of you that came for Vacation Bible School, you might have gotten something like this in the mail. This is our fall events calendar, but I'll just run through some of the things that we're really excited about. So one thing is Rally Day next week. Another thing is Life Studies is starting up on Sunday nights with the Kingdom Kids.
Great.
We love that time. It's a more relaxed, really fun time for us to engage and get in depth with our relationships with the kids, and just get excited about what the Lord is doing through the school week, because it can be really exhausting for kids. But we're really excited for that to start up on Sunday nights. We have a trunk or treat coming too.
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And I've been so excited. I've been telling everybody, but I won't tell you. I'll keep that on the down low. But we have a really exciting guest that will be joining us that night.
Yes.
So come on over. That's October 20th. And one of the last things, mark your calendars, parents, because I know as a parent myself of young ones, I get excited when I hear about a child-free night for my husband and I to go out on a date. So we do have a date night. It's basically our annual silly Christmas sweater party for the kids for 3 hours. This is December 1st. For 3 hours, we will entertain your kids here while you go do Christmas shopping, have your date night. So that is something to definitely mark on your calendars. A really good date night, shopping night, whatever you need for that night, we will hang on to your kids. So those are some of the really exciting things coming up.
It's been a long time since we took advantage of that date night, but I do remember dropping Will off and heading out.
Yes.
We are excited about what God is doing and how he's moving. And where do you want God to show up this fall? What are your expectations and just desire for these kids?
My deepest desire, more than anything, my weekly, daily prayer for these kids is to just get in depth in their relationship with Jesus. We really want them to see, not just me, but like our whole ministry staff, everybody that's involved, all the volunteers and teachers. We want to see them being bold and going out there and being excited about Jesus to the point where they're sharing about Jesus to their friends. But more than anything, we just want to get back to the basics and get them excited about just a relationship with Jesus Christ and where that's going to lead them throughout their lives. So we're really excited to just dive deep into that and develop our relationships to one another as well. Being able, like I said, those Sunday nights, the life studies are a great time to just have relationships with the kids and really get to know them and get invited to their school sports events and their their choir chorus things.
Chorus
Yeah,
stuff,
their
yeah.
chorus stuff. And I get really excited for all that stuff that comes up, and I get to see them in their element outside of the church, which is also really exciting. So.
You know, it's interesting. You've been on the job for a year. You've been doing ministry for a year. It still breaks your heart to have those kids walk away in the youth ministry. You wish you had one more year. We heard that this morning. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And there is, you develop that love for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to encourage everybody who's watching this. First of all, pray for Lindsay. She has a family. She's leading beside Job, her husband. They're walking together, leading their family. So pray for her for that margin as a mom, because that's the priority, and as a wife. Also, pray for her as she continues to develop. One of the things I always remind people about, Chad and yourself,
Yeah.
you know, you stepped into this with no experience at all. I mean, you have a background in education, all those things, but you're learning. It's a lot different.
Yes.
Sundays come every week.
Every week,
And
they don't stop.
I loved it when Chad said that. He's like, man, Sundays come every week. Sundays come every week, and there's so many nuances to it. And you really hung in there. Both of you have, and just very proud of you. And the last thing is, if you have people in your life that have children that are not connected to the local church, you know, there is something great going on in the children's ministry. And I want to just encourage you to invite your friends, and just look out and ask God for opportunities to tell people about what's going on at First Baptist Church and Children's Ministry.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe in what's happening, a lot of relationships being made, a lot of deepening in relationship with God. And that's what we're going for. You know, we want these kids to have a relationship with Jesus that they can really go, you know what, he loves me, and I want to walk with him. So, and pray for the parents, because, boy, it's not easy right now, is it?
No,
it's not easy.
Difficult times, let's say.
But, well, hey, thank you so much for your time, and may God bless your ministry. And as we walk forward, let's all remember to pray for Lindsay, her family, her ministry, and what God is doing in her life. God bless you, Lindsay. Thanks for spending time with me today.
Thank you.